Getting ready to release the salmon. Hey friends, normally I only give an update at the end of the week, and I decided since I'm walking through the woods today, I feel like giving you an update right now. It's Thursday. It's been a really busy week. It's been a crazy week. Every day at the end of the day, I'm so exhausted that I just want to fall asleep like at 9:30. But it's been a good one. I've had so many practicums, so much time spent with kids, not only for school, but also for work. So like with work, it's been third graders, fourth graders, second graders. And then for school, it's been fifth graders, first graders. And I got to do my first mini lesson with a couple of students this morning with my first graders. Of course, still giving the regular lessons with the fifth graders. And it's all going so well. Like, that stuff is amazing. And that has been the best part of this term. The workload has been incredibly large with my classes. Not as much now that I had to drop math, but that stuff hasn't been as fun. All the practicums, all the experiences in class just like confirm I'm going into the right career. Like, absolutely feel like I'm going to the right career. So that's good. That's really good. I had a pretty cool week. I got to meet John from Hey Y'all Listen Up. He's a booktuber, and if you haven't checked out his channel, go check him out. He does a lot of individual reviews, fantasy reviews of Piers especially. So I'm currently reading Split Infinity because I landed on what are they reading, and I picked John's name from the jar, and of course I knew that if I picked John, I had to read a Piers book. Lo and behold, I get a message the other day on Instagram saying, "Hey, I'm doing a cross-country trip. Can I come and see you?" And I was like, what? You really? So it was like last minute, but exciting last minute. And I was able to make the time for it this week. Luckily, good timing, John, because most weeks it's very hard to make it work. It was so much fun. We had dinner, we chatted, we talked about books, we talked about life, we talked about a lot of good things about his trip. It made me realize how much I need to meet my other booktuber friends because it was so cool, and it was such a neat experience meeting someone who, you know, you've chatted with in comments and stuff like that through videos, but not actually got a chance to meet. You've seen their videos, they've seen your videos, so you feel like you know each other well enough, but then when you actually meet, it's kind of fun to put all those pieces together. And so that was a really cool part of my week. Really cool part. The rest of it, I'm just tired. I've been tired a lot because I'm using a lot of brain power, because not only am I studying a lot, but I'm also thinking a lot. You know, I'm thinking about what I'm doing within the classroom, how I'm leading these different lessons and stuff like that. And it takes so much brain power. I'm just exhausted every day. And then today, like, I wrote 4 papers, and I have 2 more big assignments that are due tomorrow, and I'd prefer to get as much of that done today as I can. And so it's like just so many different things. I just want to say that I know that I'm probably not going to be doing too much video-wise in the month of May, but I kind of wanted to use May to get my life back in order, you know, like get all the other stuff figured out so I'm not feeling like I'm drowning all the time, because that's what I felt like. And I have been reading this week. I'm in the middle of so many books, and I'm in the middle of longer books, so that's really hard for me to get a lot of things done. Plus I'm reading a lot of books at once, which I know is never ideal, but that's kind of the way things worked out because I'm trying to get a lot of things accomplished at once. So I'm probably only gonna have the one review, which is my audiobook, but I can't wait to talk about that. The weather has been cold and icky and ugly, and the way I really like it. I just love this weather. Like, I was made for Washington. I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy all the rain. What's over there? Cece came running for like a bat out of hell from another part of the woods, and I was like, what's coming after her? So we're gonna go back towards the house just in case something was chasing after her. I didn't see anything, but she looked like she was freaked out. So yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so I love the weather in Washington, so I'm enjoying this. Kind of just staying home, being cozy, and doing my homework at the moment. So if I get reading done, I get reading done. If not, that's why I left May open and free to do and read whatever I needed to, because I'm just gonna take it as it comes, one day at a time. it's Saturday, and I haven't finished that audiobook. In fact, I haven't finished any books this week, so yeah, it's definitely not a week for finishing. I'm close though. I have about an hour and a half left of my audiobook, and there's a chance I could get it done today, but I'm not gonna push myself. Plus, I need to be able to get this video edited and put up so that it comes up on Sunday. So luckily, this video is not gonna be a very long one, but I do wanna give you a bit of an update as to where my reading currently is, especially since I didn't do a TBR video this last month, and kind of explain what I hope May is. And that's a catch-up month, the month where I catch up on my buddy reads, and my month where I catch up on Bookstara reads, because I'm super behind on that. And then hopefully catch up on some of these books that I've been sitting on this TBR cart for a couple of months. Yeah. Oh, and I also started these books during the 48-hour readathon, which I haven't been able to touch since, so I want to work on these. So the books that I'm very actively working on right at the moment are my audiobook, which is The Life We Bury by Eskens. I'm really enjoying this. I didn't realize it was a mystery. I thought it was more literary, and it is a slow mystery, like a very slow mystery. It's not a thriller. It is a very predictable mystery at this point. Like I've guessed everything that's come along, but I'm still enjoying it for what it is. I think I just like Eskens' writing. So I'll give you a review of that next week once I've actually finished that book. And yeah, I'm just enjoying these different audiobooks that I've been picking up, because that's like the only area in my TBR that I typically can do a mood read. And so either I'm getting suggestions from people of what are really good audiobooks to listen to, or I just like have seen reviews of people saying these are amazing audiobooks, or some of the top 10 audiobooks. And that's kind of how I've been picking a lot of my audiobooks. And it's nice because then I get to listen to some other things that I hadn't planned on reading. So the physical books that I'm currently switching between, because I am equally switching between all of these books, are of course Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. I'm currently on page 556. Yes, I'm about there. And I've got that much I need to read today. So I'm just trying to get little bits done of each of these books, and then I switch back and forth so that I can get these 3 books done, because this one is my buddy read with Magda, Shell, and Mom, and I still haven't edited my Mad Ship discussion. I've got a lot to do, and this month I don't have much of a desire to do it. I've also got my 48-hour readathon vlog that I need to edit and get up, and I haven't done that either. The other one is Split Infinity, and this is by Piers Anthony. This is the book that I picked in, was it March? Yeah, it was March, for my What Are They Reading? And so John did give me a hard time when I saw him the other day about how's it going with Split Infinity. And so I definitely need to continue making progress on this. Plus, this is my bone conduit for the Magical Aurelium Gear Up. And I still haven't finished that. So I am on page 192 of this. So I'm about halfway. And this is a very quick read. Like once I actually sit down and start reading this is a quick read. So it shouldn't take me too long to get to it. The only problem is that I just haven't had much time for reading, as has been the case this whole term, really. And then I've got City of Angels by Cassandra Clare. This is the Bookstara Readalong book for April. Yes, it is May, but our live show discussion is on the 13th, so I have a whole week to finish this. And this book reads so fast once I actually pick it up. So like I read a little bit last night, but I got really tired, so I couldn't finish it. But this is the next section that I need to read for this, and that will go really quickly because these books read extremely fast. And so I am on page 138 of this, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm actually liking the pacing of this one better than the first book. City of Bones, the pacing of it was too many things going on in too little time. Like I didn't feel like she expanded enough on some of the great ideas that were in City of Bones, that there was just so much that happened one after the other, and the transitions weren't very good. Whereas I'm finding the transitions of this to be a lot better. So I don't want to go into too much detail because we'll talk about it in our big discussion for our Bookstara Readalongs. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this one so far. As far as the other things I need to get to, this is my little list of books that I need to work on. There's a lot of them. And when I do these little color coding, it's like Aurelium is in purple, Squash That series, which I was supposed to do last month, is in red. I've got different little codes for my different books and what order I want to read them in, basically. I will be hopefully starting this weekend The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. This I'm buddy reading with Alita from Alita in the Books. I'm excited about this one because this one should read pretty quickly, and I haven't ever buddy read with Alita before, so I can't wait to see what we make of this book. And the other book I absolutely need to read this month is Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. And this is the second book in the All Souls series, which we're reading for Bookstara Readalongs. I am so excited about this. I loved A Discovery of Witches. I gave it 5 stars. I was so excited about how it ended and where the story was going to go. So like, I'm ready to read this, but I want to make sure I get my other Bookstara Readalong book done first. And then I've got all these other ones, you know, especially these 3. I want to make sure I get through these 3 books that I started during my 48-hour readathon and get those done, because I don't like having so many books incompleted. I've got too many books that I've started and are just sitting around waiting for me. So we'll get through those. I'll get through all my other books that I have prompts for different readathons for whatever reason, and we're just gonna see how it goes. I have already decided with Aurelium that I'm giving myself an extension for the term to go through till August, and that's just what's gonna happen because I'm a student who needs a bit of an extension. And and Les Mis. I have not made any progress on Les Mis, but that is one where I need to get to a certain number of pages a month in order to get that done before August. So I think I need to read like 300 and something pages, 370 pages a month. So that is another goal. May, June, July, I need to read 300 and something on pages to get Les Mis done. So I think I can do that. That is very doable. And when I actually was reading Les Mis, I felt like it was going pretty quickly, especially because I already know the basic story. So that helped. And so I think that's it as far as my update. I don't have a book haul this week. I don't have anything big and exciting that is happening for May, aside from all the school stuff that I'm already doing and trying to get some of my reading caught up. Hopefully next week I'll have a few more reviews for you. It wasn't meant to be this week, but I had a really good week and I had an amazing time on my 48-hour readathon. I'm hoping to edit that and get it up for you soon. But in the meantime, I've put in the community tab 3 different booktubers who have also participated in the 48-hour readathon and have put their vlogs out. So go check those out and let me know what kind of success you had with your reading this week. What was the best book you read this week? I don't want to know what your worst book was. Let's just think positive thoughts. I'm just trying to look positively this week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens next week. See if I have something to show you. I hope I do. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later.